Hello. In this AWS reStart program, I wish to demonstrate this lab of 185, that is activity working with Amazon S3. I'll quickly open this lab and also I'll be exploring about the demonstration and exploring the objectives of this particular lab. Okay, this lab is on work with Amazon S3. So I just initiated the lab. It will start and it will take 4 to 5 minutes of time. So let me just explore the objectives of this lab. In this objectives, yes, the lab is getting started. Uh, you should be able to use this S3 APIs and S3 command line CLI to create and configure an S3 bucket, and also configure an Amazon S3 bucket for file sharing for an external user, secure an Amazon S3 bucket for different access requirements by using S3 permissions, configure also an event notification on an Amazon S3. So these are the 4 objectives in this particular lab which are covered. So the tasks which are included is that yes, we will have a connectivity to the CLI host using CLI. Okay, and then once we have this task done, we will also configure your CLI on the host. Okay, so which earlier we have done with the similar method, and then we will initialize the S3 share bucket access. Okay, so once this is done, we go to the task 3, that is review the media company user permissions. That is the cafe IAM user we are going to review, and then we are also going to review the Medico IAM group. This is the policies basically we need to understand, and also the IAM user we are going to review later. Permissions also, the policies which are included in that, and then we will also configure your events, okay, for S3 share. So that notification we are going to create SMS so that we get notification through email. Okay, so yeah, event notification, that is 4.2, and once this is done, we are going to test the Amazon S3 share bucket event notifications. Right, so let us get ready with the lab. When the lab starts, so we will initiate from task 1. Okay, let us just wait till the lab gets started. Yeah, my lab is ready. I'll just initiate this AWS. It opens a new uh, tab. I'll also make a duplicate of this tab so that one I am going to use for EC2 and the other for IAM, and maybe another one also I'll use for S3. Okay, so here I'll use for EC2, and here I use for IAM, and the other one I use for S3. Okay, so these 3 I can manage. So the first and foremost thing is that just go to and inspect the CLI host. We do have a CLI host. You see this, so this is our public IP. I just copy this public IP for the CLI host. Just write this. And also let me log in to this host. Okay, and before that I download this PPK keys to get into this. Yeah, this is the one. Right. So I just log in, run, and just connection. I say 30, SSH, auth, browse, labs user. So I have successfully logged into the user. So yeah, this completes up to point number 17. We have to a little bit more to point number 25. So discover the region using this document. This using this curl command. So it displays the region is US West 2. Just copy that. The region of this server is hosted in US West 2. Okay, and also let us configure your AWS CLI access. Okay, so here when it prompts, go to your details and say show. So this shows your access key. Okay, and secret access key, right? And the region is US West 2, and this one. Okay, this is done. So you see this. So task 1 is done. Now task 2, create and initialize the Amazon S3 share bucket. So in point number 23, what you are going to do is this replace with this one with the region. See, let us create a bucket in a region with region as well as your bucket. Okay, so I just paste it over here. I have the region, so just replace with the region. I also say my bucket name as maybe, okay, like this. I'm going to create a bucket, and the region is, will replace with the region US West 2. Okay, see this one, right? So once I issue this command, I should see a bucket is created. You can also say AWS S3 LS, which displays the bucket which has been created. We can also verify whether the bucket is created or not using the S3. Yeah, okay, so my bucket is ready now. Okay, let me sync the files, images. Okay, uh, so also there should be some images here. Okay, initial images. Like you can see that there are some initial images folder. Let us synchronize this particular one. Okay, Anand K, right? I'm sure you are typing everything correctly. So this should synchronize. Yes, upload is successful. You should see all the images are uploaded. Perfect. Okay, right. And now you can also see the list of using S3. Yeah, in human readable, summarize. You can ask that, and this should complete your task 3. So I can say my S3 replace with the bucket name. Okay, so sure this is summarize. Okay, this completes our task 2. You can see this, the task 2 is completed, and in task 3 we need to review the media company and user permissions. So let me just review this cafe user. I am into IAM user, just click the IAM user. So here I have number of users which are created already. I select this cafe user and go through the permissions. I already have one permission which is called as S3 read-only access. Okay, just click over there and see the JSON, how the permission looks like. This is your JSON. You can see this one. The questions which are asked are, you can see this one, which S3 actions does the policy allow? The policy allows, you see this effect equal to allow, this S3 get and S3 list. Okay, so these are the policies which are being allowed, and which S3 resources are the actions allowed. The actions allowed resource actions are for all, asterisk. Asterisk means for all. So this is how we can examine this cafe user, IAM user. Now let us take this task 3.2. Review the media core IAM group. Okay, I select this user groups in IAM. So I have yeah, 2 user groups. I select this media core. Yeah, so media core, and in the summary page the group is displayed. Permissions, let me check this particular one. Yeah, media core, this is the one. Go to permissions, the tab. See this one, there are 2 policies which are attached: IAM user change password and media core policy. Okay, so beside IAM change user change password is also yeah, you see this one, this is the one. So review the IAM managed password to there if needed. Click my just go through the policy, how it looks like. It is in a policy, this is the permission, and the policy usage also can be seen. In JSON also you are able to see. This is the effect, sorry, the effect allow, which is the IAM user to change the password. Okay, so this is how you can, if you want, you can edit or maybe add more policies also, permissions. Permissions or policies, both of them are same. So yeah, so just to understand this one, the first statements identify the same. So this explains about the what we call as whenever you see this one in JSON, it explains about the JSON format. Please try to understand the understanding about this one. You see this one in the top statement. You see this is the version, and of course, whenever you see SID is nothing but the system identifier. Okay, so system identifier allow user group to see the buckets used in the console. Okay, and then the second statement is allow root level to the bucket defines about the permissions that allow the user to S3 console to view the list of first level objects and so on. So yes, you can see all these things. Allow users also the policy uses. So you see this one, same thing which is coming across. Yeah, this is allowed, right? Okay, so just to understand these policies, right? So the now next is review MediaCo IAM user. We will review the user IAM MediaCo user. So you see this one, users, and there are two policies under this particular one: change password and MediaCo policy. You see this one, yes, there are two policies which are attached to this particular user. So click the groups to verify that this particular user in available in MediaCo user is in this group tab. Okay, I select this particular user uh, groups. Yeah, MediaCo. There are the users are attached. You see this one. This is the user. MediaCo user is a part of this group, which is MediaCo. Okay, right. So under this, we will also click the security credentials and create access key. Yeah. So what we do, just click this user. So here you have the security credentials. So yeah, you can add this. This is the security. I click the security credentials. You see this one. We can create an access key. You can create an access key. I'll show you how to create an access key. Okay, successful. You can download a file which has your access key ID and your secret access key. You can open the CSV file and see the content. See, the secret access key is only one time generated. Okay, so this is your access key and this is your secret access key. Yeah, this is your secret access key. Okay, this can be mailed to the user. So this is the first time only it will show. Afterwards it won't show. It will be restricted, right? So this is your copy this AWS account number also. You will need in this the other part of the lab. You can see this is your secret. There is that. Yeah, this is your account number. This is your URL. So I copy this particular one here. So whenever you want to use login as an IAM user, you need this user, and with those user credentials, we can log in. We can log in. So do not. It is a 12-digit dashes and so and so. Do not sign out the console. Instead, leave it to the browser open. You will return it later. So now let us test the what we call as media code user permissions. This is the one which is there. This is task 3.4. Log into the AWS with the MediaCo user ID. This is the user ID which you need to, okay. Do not sign out from the browser. So please be careful. This is your MediaCo user. Okay. So what I do is that how I should log in is I'll open, if you are using a Chrome user, open a new Cognito window. What I do, I'll use this URL which is there, and I will sign in as a MediaCo user. Okay, so don't log out from the screen. So this is how your IM. This is your account ID. So my user ID is, I tell you, is MediaCo user. So I made a note here, MediaCo user. So I just provide the username credentials. And also the password, there is a default password which has been set. You can see this, the password is enter training 1 exclamation. So for the training, T capital and 1 exclamation also is. Let me try paste and say sign in. Yeah, I'm able to sign in as a user. You can see this one. I'm signing in as a user. This is something different. The other one is, see, this is your user MediaCo user at the rate of so and so, right? Yeah. Okay. So this concludes about how to log in into. Uh, I mean, I am user. So now let me take a 52 in services recently visited S3. Okay. I go to S3. This is one. This is my S3 is. I'll just switch over. Under this cafe bucket, you can see images. You see list of images. Okay, click this do nuts. Right. I'm clicking this do nuts in JPG. And this is 56. Open that. A new browser tab should open and show a picture. Yeah. Let's see that. If you click do nuts.apc, right? Open. So it's opening a new tab, and yes, the image has been opened. Perfect. So if you not, you need to allow the pop-ups. Close the browser tab of the images. So in the console tab, in the bread crumb trail at the top, click images. Yeah, click images. Okay, so what it means is that just try to learn how to upload files. So I'll say add files, any file which is there, preferably a JPG file. So this is how you can add your files manually. Okay, so that completes your item number 61, 62 close. So yes, this is done, and click upload. Maybe test the delete case also in the console tab. Yeah, close this particular one. The file is good. So I want to delete this file, cup of hot chocolate, and say delete. So this is how you can delete the objects also. Yeah, you need to say permanently delete and say delete objects. In this way you can delete files also. Yeah, delete objects, permanently delete, right? So now in finally, let us test this unauthorized use case. Use chose where the MediaCo attempts to change the bucket's permissions. In the breadcrumb trial, click this cafe and return to the bucket content list. Okay, check the permissions tab. Okay, I'll say close. Okay, I'll choose these buckets. I have this cafe. Choose these permissions. Okay, you can choose the bucket. Notice that an error displayed insufficient permissions. You can see this one. You try to let me use this media code and for S3 because the permissions, yeah, we have gone through all the permissions of adding and deleting all the files. But again, let me also show you from this media code user which we have logged in. So you can see this bucket and also the images. Yeah, you can see all the various kind of files which are there. If I try to upload a file, let me see what happens. Add a file. Yeah, just say upload. It's uploading, and yes, adding files, the permissions are given. You can see this, the file is being added, or the restart file, yes, it's added. But if I go to the buckets and try to change any permissions, go to snap permissions, there is since yeah, you see this cafe, and if you go to permissions, it's not visible, insufficient permissions is being shown. So that is because of the IAM role which has been defined. Yeah, we have given only for this particular user the policy which has been given is only the S3 read only. Okay, so yeah, read only. This is yeah, sign out from S3 console has been there. That's the that surely that is clearly demonstrated that how you can assign policies to the users. Okay, so now in task 4, let us create an event notification. Okay, so services, I'll say SMS service. I'll open another service. I'll duplicate this one. Okay, I will just say SNS. I'll try to send some notifications. See this one, I created a topic. Let us learn about how we can create notifications. Okay, so create a topic. The name of the topic is you can say name of the box S3 notification topic. S3. Okay, starting S. Next step, you can say standard. Yeah, display name is I can say let me check if there is a create a topic. Display name is optional, but still I can give my name. Alright. And also in the access policy optional, you can just copy this JSON. This is a JSON which allows okay, the policy to publish allow this S3 Amazon.com to publish all the notifications coming from S3 bucket. Okay, just hold on this access policy. So here JSON preview. I'll just replace this one to my own policy. First of all, you need to change this cafe bucket name. I'll write it here. Okay, and this cafe okay, so this is more important. Okay, do is that go and select this advanced and in this JSON editor, let me replace this one with the new one which is there. Okay, and just say once this is done, you can say JSON substitute the ARN S3 notification topic with the topic of the ARN we recorded earlier. Okay, and say create a topic. Yeah, the topic is successfully created. You can see that. Save changes. So, and once the topic is created, you can add create subscriptions. I mean, you can select an email subscription. Yeah, email to the endpoint to the email ID. which I need to give. Here I give anand.k@gmail.com. This is my test email box, and just say create a subscription. Should get a mail. Okay, so if you go back to the topics. It is not this topic. This is this is not verified pending confirmation. So I go to the email and confirm. I have an email. I confirm the subscription. So once confirmed, yeah, should get a confirmation message also. Yeah, subscription is confirmed. So here when I refresh, say refresh, should see the status getting changed from pending confirmation to subscribe. Yeah, confirm. This is done. Okay, so this is 4.1, and we will try to add an event notification to the S3 bucket. Okay, so how do we do that? In the SSH window of the CLI host, uh, edit a new file name called as event by entering this particular one. There is a JSON file. Okay, here which we need to. You see this one. There is no file, so I'll create a file here. Yeah, so and copy this topic 98 as it is, and we need to ARN of S3 notification topic also we need to copy, replace that. Okay, just replace the value. Notification topic of the value that you recorded at. So it will be in the format of this particular one ARN of the notification topic. So here let me show you the ARN of SMS. Yeah, this is your ARN. Just copy and paste it to the yeah. So we have saved that file. Insert mode. Okay. So to save, yes, now we are in 102. Associate this event with the CLI host. So here I just copy this. Okay. So just replace some of the things. Bucket is cafe. With your bucket. So I just do that. Just copy and trigger the notifications. Yeah, you can see the event has been created. You can see the topic ARN, so and so. Yeah, it has been created. Yeah. And finally, this is task 4 has been completed. Okay, so in this way you can have even this we can test this Amazon S3 share bucket event notifications also. Right, that's all in this lab. Thank you, and